Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Kendall. Welcome to Unit 15. Just want to point out here that we only have 5 weeks of school left. So very exciting. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some things that are important at the end. So make sure that you stick around and listen to the entire recording so that you hear what I have to say about the fact that we've got 5 weeks left to go and final grades. So this week we are in Unit 15. This is Life in the 20s, and the 1920s were also referred to as the Roaring 20s. They're also called the Jazz Age. There are many nicknames to the 1920s or for the 1920s. So this week you're going to be studying the 1920s. 1920s happened between World War I and the Great Depression. So for this week, there are 4 things that you need to do. You need to read and take notes on Unit 15, Life in the 20s. There are 26 pages. You need to do a timeline assignment. That's due on Wednesday the 22nd. And this week is unusual because there's actually 2 assignments. So you have the timeline assignment due on Wednesday, and then you have the writing daily lives assignment due next Monday the 27th. And then, of course, you have your unit quiz on Friday. So, for the first assignment, the timeline, make sure you read through your course content and take notes. Go out and do independent research if you need to on the internet or in books, magazines, at the library. What I want you to do is create a timeline. In the 1920s, the lives of Americans changed a lot due to technology and cultural developments. Not just technology, but cultural developments. And I want you to research those changes. Look at transportation. How did transportation change in the 1920s? How did entertainment change? And there was a lot. Look for the Harlem Renaissance and the Jazz Age. How did home life change? What inventions or appliances or pieces of technology came into the homes of people that changed what it was like in their homes? And then what happened in the workplace? What things went on? So technology is not really necessarily the entire word or the entire idea. You want to be looking at technology and cultural developments, social developments, things that changed. And I want you to choose 10 of those that you think changed the lives of Americans the most. What 10 things that you came across in your research do you feel had the greatest impact on the lives of Americans? And then you're just going to list those 10 technologies or developments and put them on a timeline in the order that they were developed or introduced or invented. This is 10 points total, half a point for the technology or the development, the name of it, and half a point for the date being correct and in chronological order. Now, you may find some overlaps. For example, the Harlem Renaissance cannot be narrowed down to one day. It took place over a longer period of time. So when you have something like that, use the start date and say the Harlem Renaissance began. Also, make sure to cite any websites that you used, including the course content. Okay, the second assignment is building off of your timeline. So you're going to use your timeline and you're going to create a writing assignment with it. You're going to use your research and your timeline, and you have a choice. You can either write a 3-paragraph essay with a thesis statement about how people's lives were changed in the 1920s, or you can take a first-person point of view and do a diary or journal with 3 1-paragraph entries about how your life changed, pretending that you live in the 1920s. You want to make sure that you include at least 8 developments or technologies that were developed and became popular in the 1920s. You want to explain how those technologies or developments impacted the lives of Americans in the 1920s. So For example, and I'm totally making this up because I'm not sure what year it was invented, but the washing machine. If the washing machine had been invented in the 1920s, how did that impact people? How did that change their lives? Again, make sure you're focusing on those 4 areas: entertainment, home life, work life, and transportation. Cite course content and any sources that you use, books or websites. Here's the rubric for the writing assignment. So the technology or the developments to earn, and this is not updated, I apologize. The first line is worth 10 points. It's 10 here, 7 here, or 5. And to earn the full 10 points, you have to have 8 technological advances or developments that changed people's lives in the 4 areas: transportation, entertainment, home life, and workplace. To earn the 7 points, you have to have at least 4 of the advances in 2 areas of their lives. And if you have less than 4 advances or 2 areas, then it's only going to earn you 5 points out of 10. Now, the final 3 categories are all worth 5 points, 3 points, or 1 point. So the first one is length. 3 paragraphs, 5 sentences each, or 3 one-paragraph diary entries gets you the 5 full points. If you only have 2 paragraphs or 2 one-paragraph diary entries, you get 3 points. And if you have 1 paragraph or less, or only 1 entry, then that will only get you 1 point. Your conventions, which is your spelling, grammar, punctuation, capitalization, if you don't have many significant errors, if it's mostly really clean, then that's going to get you 5 points. If you have some minor mistakes, but it doesn't distract the reader from your ideas, then that's going to earn you 3 points. And if you have a significant number of errors in spelling, grammar, punctuation, and they distract the reader from your ideas, then that would earn you 1 point. And then for your citations, I want to point out that if you have no citations and no work cited at all, you will be given a score of 0. Okay? If you have work cited and you've used parenthetical citations, you'll get 5 points. If you have works cited or parenthetical citations, you would get 3 points. And if you've attempted them, but they're either really, really incomplete or mostly really incomplete, then you would only get 1 point. So this is the rubric, and I will get the updated rubric into doc sharing in just a few minutes. Okay, so wrap up. Read pages 1 through 26. Create and turn in your timeline. Create and turn in your writing daily lives assignment. That says take the Unit 14 quiz. That's a typo. Take the Unit 15 quiz. Our live lesson on Tuesday will be regarding life in the Roaring '20s. Live homework help on Thursday. We'll actually focus on the writing assignment. So if you need help with the timeline, please set up a one-on-one with me. The live homework help on Friday will be for assignments 1 through 14. And I just want to remind you, we're in the last week of AZ merit testing. If you did not take the test last week or the week before, then you need to take it this week. You were sent a K-mail that had the information regarding when and where you would test. If you have any questions about the AZ merit test, please contact your advisor. And the assignment password for this week is Jazz. Before I let you go, I do want to talk about the fact that we are into having 5 weeks left. So it is really important that you start looking at your grade, knowing where you stand, and knowing where you want your final grade to be. And then making an action plan for how you're going to get from where you are to the finish line. And I can help you do that. If you're having trouble doing that, please set up a one-on-one. The other thing that I'm asking is that if you're needing any help at all with anything, if there's still writing assignments that you haven't completed that you need help with, If you need help maybe before you retake a quiz or an exam, then please get in touch with me. I'm really encouraging you to do this now and not to wait until the last 2 weeks or so of the semester, because I do have over 200 students. So if I have everybody procrastinate until the last 2 weeks, then it's going to be tougher for me to help everybody, and I want to make sure that I can help you. So please take a look at your grade, take a look at your goals, take a look at what you're missing, take a look at what you can improve on, and get in touch with me. Set up an appointment. Let's talk on the phone. Let's talk in my classroom. Let's talk through K-Mail. Let's make sure that you know where you're going, how you're going to get there, and you are getting all the help that you need from me. Okay, gang, that takes care of everything. I will see you tomorrow or Thursday or Friday or hopefully all in class. If you are AZ merit testing, good luck. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.